great approach early on. Guys were aggressive and taking good at bats, but also taking the walk, and just a nice approach from the start that did set the tone. And you give Adam that kind of lead, he knows what to do with it, and he came out and did a great job.
What was happening in the ninth with Rosenthal?
I think we just forget how good he's been, and when we see something that looks a little off, he's had some tough saves this year. Not a whole lot different than ones we saw right there. We let him work his way through it. Confidence that he's going to the next time, but right now, especially on the back of the last one he had, we need to get him some help. And overall, he feels good. Ball has life. It's a little bit of trouble. It looks like a timing issue more than anything else, and then confidence. And which comes first, I don't know. But typically he'll come in and pound the zone pretty well, and we just got to get him back there.
Was there something either right away there in the ninth that you saw from him, a quick walk or two walks that got you getting in and stuff right away? That's not something you've done.
No, once again, we all witnessed his last opportunity too, and there's times just like our offensive guys, they go through that period. Some of the best hitters are going to have trouble finding that real good rhythm at the plate. At times, you're going to have trouble finding that rhythm on the mound, and that's exactly where Trevor was today. He was trying to fight his way through it, came back and got a big strikeout, but we didn't feel like we were going to sit around and watch too much today without giving him a break. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, he's our closer. And as long as he's rested, now that's going to be the other issue. And you see him not out there, more often than not, it's going to be, we've worked him pretty hard. And we're going to be very careful about how we move forward and how much work that he's carrying. And we're not afraid to use the other guys in our bullpen to pick up the days when he can't. But as far as his role, he's our closer. Great play. Yeah, great play. Also, Colton being aggressive heading that way, Seth getting over to cover all three pieces of that, or big play. But, Seth comes in a real tough situation and does what he always does. He gets a couple hard ground balls. One gets through. The other, fortunately, Adams is able to get something on it. It's a great play.
How deceptive is the box score today in relation to how it happened?
Well, there's definitely a couple plays that we need to make differently, and those both cost him the early on-line drive that doesn't get caught. Probably cost him 15 pitches, and that allows him to be a little stronger there to carry us easily through the seventh, most likely. And then the other play ended up costing us a run, and we're going to have those mistakes from time to time, and especially when we're talking about younger players. But our younger players hold themselves the same expectation that the veterans do, and they know that they can make these plays. We just got to make them, and especially in big games and close games.
Is it telling in their maturation process that some of those guys are key in that last play or second last play of the game there for holding that big plays?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of young guys out there, and they're doing a nice job. And overall, defensively, they've done a terrific job. I mean, look at the play Colton makes going across the middle. The ball's right over the rubber. He's able to get it to the backhand and make a nice throw. I mean, he's showing some very good things defensively, and it's just going to be the consistency and the opportunities that come with it. But I have faith in all the guys out there. They're going to make plays.
John, about Carpenter in the play today and how well he's seen the ball.
Yeah, he's got a great approach going, and he's a guy that thrives on that situation there when we put the bunt down late by Adam and take that two-out shot with two guys on, and he's a guy that wants to be out there in that spot as much as anybody, and he has a lot of confidence, always has, and it's a big at bat for us, and just all together, he's aggressive when he needs to. He's getting the head out, obviously, with the home run and taking what they're giving him, and he's in a nice spot.
John Jay's being hit by a pitch like this, that kind of a curiosity factor, but it seems like just at the plate, he's really locked in right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of that thing we need. We needed that big hit, and early on in the first, and John comes up in another big situation, and we've seen him do that a couple times here recently. He's having a nice year. I mean, just look at what he's been able to do, and I like the way he's going about it defensively as well. He's been a big boost for us right now.
Is it tricky when you get hit by pitch, so they're throwing inside you to be able to be aggressive at the plate in situations like that?
No, it shouldn't be. I mean, guys at this level, especially, they're getting hit down, below the waist. You're basically, you're staking your claim in the box that this is where I belong, and I'm going to go after a pitch that's in zone, and they seem to keep missing in more on him than anybody else. Plus, he doesn't do a lot of bailing out when the ball comes at him, and I think that happens a lot more than what we probably recognize. But John stays in there and takes it, and not that he's leaning over the plate, but they miss in at him. He's gonna go ahead and wear it.
Like both of those guys have made careers out of being pretty much table centers in Matt Carpenter and John Jay. When they get in spots like that, do you think they just kind of rely on that approach and are able to kind of close out the situation of driving in runs, or are they challenge something else?
Yeah, I'm really thinking that they, Matt does. I say he gets up for that situation, but I think his at bat's the same way. I mean, I'm looking at John Jay doing the exact same thing. They're not trying to do too much. They're not. I'd say Jay's at bat the other day coming off the bench was a little different. You could tell that he really wanted to get up there and make something happen early if they made a mistake. For the most part, I think they're not falling into the trap of trying to do more when there's more on the table, and they're just trusting what they're doing on a consistent basis is good enough.
Mike, of course, you want to win every game, but after what happened last night and the way this game was finishing out tonight, is there value to grinding out a win like that moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean, you got Adam pitching the way that he does, and we get off to a big lead. That would have been a tough one to swallow. It's still tough to swallow that it got to the point that it did, but I think it just shows, once again, the guys, they just keep fighting, and somebody else jumps in and gets it done. But this is a good team. Everybody realizes right now that they've played better than anybody else in the second half in our league, and you can see why. They're just relentless, and I love that characteristic of an offense, and I'm seeing it in spurts come to ours as well. I just want to see it for the rest of the way.